We can't do a street food series without making some churros because street food is not just savory, it is also sweet. If you haven't had these before, you are in for a treat. I'm going to show you how to make some super crispy, nice and fluffy on the middle, roll in some cinnamon sugar, and dipped in a naughty, decadent chocolate sauce. A very naughty indeed. Stick around for this one, my friends. You're going to want to make these. If you haven't had churros before, you are in for a treat. Let's go.
Okay, start with 360 ml of water in a saucepan, then add 4 grams of kosher salt, 14 grams of sugar, you can use white sugar, half a teaspoon or a little splash of vanilla essence, and then we're going to add in 168 grams of unsalted butter that's been diced. Get this on the stove, and all we're going to do is just melt this butter, bring everything up to the boil for about a minute, and then we're just going to turn it off, and that's just going to make sure everything is melted. This is the base for your choux pastry. Now, traditionally, I would do this next step in a food processor, but I'm going to show you how we do it the old-fashioned way by hand. Get a tea towel, put it on your board, and then we're going to add in 260 grams of all-purpose flour. You can sift it if you really want. Now, what we're going to do is work this choux pastry, so just take your time. It'll come together in one homogeneous type of dough, but you've got to give it a little bit of elbow grease at this stage. Now, traditionally, like I said, bang it in a stand mixer and you're good to go, but we'll do it by hand. Just keep working it, turning it. And we want to take it to above 80 degrees. So that's at 70, back on the stove. Keep working it on a kind of medium to low heat. We'll give it another quick temperature change. Oh yeah, that's plenty. Okay. Set this aside on your board to cool down for a few minutes, and we're going to prepare a piping nozzle. You need kind of one of those rounded star ones like that. That'll give you a classic churro shape. Put it in a piping bag, set it aside. Now we're just going to turn this around, work it, and we're going to crack in a couple of eggs once it's reached a cool enough temperature. Anything that's about 63, 64. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so add 1 egg in. This is where your stand mixer really comes into play. So what you got to do is you got to really work this in and make sure all that egg has absorbed and there's no lumps. Once that first egg is in, go in with your second egg. And again, keep working it. If this mixture is too hot, it's going to cook your eggs. You'll know when it's done because your choux pastry will be nice and smooth, almost like a really good mashed potato. A bit like this. Look at that. Absolutely banging. Make sure there's no lumps. Get it all in there while it's hot. You want to work relatively fast if you can. Now, when it comes to piping, you can go directly into the hot oil to cook it, but I find that way is a little bit tricky, especially for your first time. So cut off the end, squeeze down your choux pastry in your bag, get a tray with a bit of greaseproof paper, start from one end and just pipe along confidently, stop till you get to the end and just pinch it off like that. You're going to do about 6-7 inch size churros, or bigger if you want. You can use a tea towel if the mixture is a bit too hot and you can't grip it. From time to time, squeeze your mixture down like this. Once you've got your first tray done, we're going to stick this bad boy in the freezer for about 30-40 minutes until it's frozen. Now, you can use a Silpat, which is my preferred method because it doesn't move. Look how well it sticks. Just keep going. You can also use scissors to cut off the end too as well. So whichever way you're comfortable with. I'm going to do a couple of bigger ones here. This is about 7, almost 8 inches. That's a whopper of a churro. You can also cut off the ends a little bit if you want to kind of neaten them up and just put that mixture back in your piping bag. Okay, I'm going to freeze that one as well. Plenty churros. Now we're going to make a bit of cinnamon sugar. Take a cup of sugar and add some ground cinnamon. And that's it. Mix that through and set it aside. Cinnamon sugar. You're also going to need a rack over a tray like this. Now we're going to make a quick little dip. Just add about, what was that, 150, 200 grams of chocolate of your choice. I'm using baking chocolate, microwaving it in 30-second intervals, and adding milk as I go and mixing it until it's nice and kind of like a good chocolate sauce vibe. I think I did it about 4 times, maybe 5 in total. And you can see, as I'm stirring it, I add more milk as the chocolate kind of melts and comes together. Once I'm happy with it and it's all nicely melted, I'm going to add in a splash of vanilla essence and a little bit of salt. You can also add some sugar as well if your chocolate isn't sweet enough. Okay, look at that gorgeous gooey chocolate. I want to dip more than my churros in that. Okay, now our churros are nice and frozen. Look at these. They've been in for about 40-50 minutes. Frozen and beautiful. So what I like to do is I basically just put them in a Ziploc bag, label them up, and then I've got churros for rainy days. So, you know, if you make extra, you can't go wrong. But we're going to fry some off today and cook them up. So you want to get a big kind of Dutch oven, fill it up with about 2 inches of neutral oil. I'm using canola here. Bring it up to 350 Fahrenheit. And then just add your churros in. I'm going to put in about 5 at a time because the pan can take it. We're going to fry them for about 4 minutes in total. If they decide to all kind of get together like that, gently separate them with a spoon. You know when they're done after 4 minutes because they're going to look golden brown like this. Set them aside to drain. Oh, look at that. Okay, while they are still hot, after they've been drained, roll them in some cinnamon sugar. Shake off the excess and we're going to plate these bad boys up. Be generous, 5 or 6 on a plate at least. And then we're going to add that gorgeous, decadent, naughty chocolate sauce on the side. And my friends, you have beautiful churros with a banging chocolate sauce. Oh, give me some right now, please. Ooh.
Let's give these a taste. It's really hard to actually describe what these are because it's so good. You don't want to stop eating them. These are crispy, nice and fluffy on the inside. And they've got that lovely sweetness. You just see there. Very nice. You can't have a street food series without these bad boys. These are absolutely delicious. They're super moorish. 2 or 3 a person. Very nice. So my friends, if you like churros, if you like street food, or if you like any of the videos we've made on our channel, then please consider subscribing and I will see you all on the next one. Oof. These are so good. Right. See you in the next one.